afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Friday, December 13th, 2013. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I am Ashley Husbands. In today's headlines, Tarleton hosts 20th Annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Showcase, First Fun and Sun Fish and Chips Tournament, Teen charged with manslaughter gets probation with affluenza disease, House votes in budget bill packed by White House, Kenya celebrates 50 years of independence from Britain, Tarleton Planetarium puts on Season of Light show, and in sports, Texan volleyball looks forward to new season. In campus news, according to the Tarleton State homepage, this Monday, December 16th in the Thompson Student Center ballrooms, Tarleton will host the 20th Annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Showcase. The event will be held from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and will have over 25 vendors in attendance. Vendors will be selling art, homemade crafts, sewing and crochet, boutiques, woodcraft, pampered chef, jewelry, and many more items. Come enjoy some holiday cheer and find that perfect gift for someone on your holiday shopping list. It's going to be an exciting year, and there is a great vendor turnout projected, according to Ben Kunze, residential coordinator at Tarleton State. Also, make sure to bring cash or checks because most vendors will be unable to accept cards. An ATM is located in the Student Center on the ground floor. Proceeds at this event will be supporting Staff Council's employee scholarships and grant programs. Any questions relating to the event may be directed to Ben Kunze at kunze@tarleton.edu. In local news, according to the Stephenville Empire-Tribune, the Paluxy River Children's Advocacy Center is working with Fun and Sun boat sales to put on the first Fun and Sun Fish and Chips tournament that will become an annual event. This day will consist of two tournaments, a Texas Hold'em poker tournament that will be held at the Fun and Sun in Hurst on Saturday at 3 p.m., as well as a bass tournament held on Squaw Creek. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to the Paluxy River Children's Advocacy Center, which is part of the Children's Advocacy Centers of Texas. These centers specialize in investigating and prosecuting child abuse. The Paluxy River Children's Advocacy Center serves children from Hood, Erath, and Somerville counties. Carrie Stanel, Executive Director of the Paluxy River Children's Advocacy Center, said that they are excited about this year's event and that they are more involved. She continued to say that it is awesome they do this for us and are so willing to put it on to benefit the center. For more information about this event, contact the Hurst or Granbury Fun and Sun locations. And now, today's Texas, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, a 16-year-old Ethan Couch pled guilty to intoxication manslaughter last week after killing 4 people in June while intoxicated. At his trial Thursday, a psychologist testified that Couch's actions were a result of affluenza. Affluenza is a word used to describe conditions in which children, generally from richer families, have a sense of entitlement, are irresponsible, make excuses for bad behavior, and get into drugs or alcohol. Many psychologists believe that this word is equal to the term spoiled brat. Since the word's creation in the late 1990s, many believe that the term shouldn't be used as defense in criminal cases. The judge's decision to sentence Couch to 10 years probation caused the relatives of the victims to be outraged. Scott Brown, Couch's lead defense attorney, said that if the teenager was sentenced to 20 years, he would have been freed after 2 years, with the judge's ruling. Couch is now fashioned in a sentence that will have him under the thumb of the justice system for the next 10 years. In national news, a bipartisan vote from the House on legislation, backed by the White House, seeks to resolve government budget issues. The bill received an overwhelming vote in favor from both Republicans and Democrats and will be in the hands of the Senate next week, ending a budget war in the House and Senate that not too long ago had the government partially shut down. Boehner announced the passing of the bill, and Republican Representative Paul Ryan and Democratic Representative Steny Hoyer each discussed the benefits and drawbacks of it.
On this vote, the ayes are 332, the noes are 94. The motion is agreed to, is adopted, and without objection, the motion laid on the table. The motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The House will be in order.
This is the first time since 1986 that a divided Congress has done what we are about to do. Here's what the bill does. It reduces the deficit by $23 billion. It does not raise taxes, and it cuts spending in a smarter way. We take temporary, across-the-board cuts, and we replace them with targeted, permanent reforms. And these reforms, they take place immediately.
This agreement is better than the alternative, but it misses a huge opportunity to do what the American people expect us to do, and that is put this country on a fiscally sustainable path. And I would urge my friend from Wisconsin, and I have urged my friend from Maryland, my colleague, summon up the courage, much of which you've already shown, to help us put this country on a fiscally sustainable path, and yes, make tough decisions.
This budget package will ease the spending cuts set upon the Pentagon and other domestic agencies coming in January. Many Democrats were not in favor that the plan did not create more benefits for the long-term unemployed, but plan to face that issue next year. House Speaker Boehner is in favor of this bill, saying that planning to reduce the deficit and cut government size should be voting for it. However, he does not think the bill goes far enough to solve the problems completely. The bill eases the $63 billion deficit over the course of the next 2 years and brings in long-term saving measures over the course of 10 years. Though the bill is not perfect, it is on the right track. In international news, this week, Kenya celebrated 50 years of independence from Britain. The progress made in the last 50 years was celebrated at a ceremony held at the capital on Thursday. Those in attendance at the ceremony included Kenya's President, Uhuru Kenyatta, 14 heads of state, and a crowd that filled half of the main stadium in the capital city. The ceremony was celebrated with songs and dancing, while the guests were treated to a 21-gun salute and Air Force flypast. The son of Kenya's first president said that the country has made great strides to eradicate poverty, ignorance, and disease, which were identified as the country's greatest challenges at the time of independence. Others in Kenya, however, are not so optimistic. Nellie Bosire, a medical doctor who says she is ambivalent about the celebrating of the 50th anniversary, stated that the gap between the rich and the poor has increased and that this will lead to an increase in crime and other social problems. The opinions regarding the future for Kenya's years following this milestone of independence continue to be vastly different. In entertainment news, Tarleton is getting into the holiday spirit with its Season of Light show inside the planetarium in the Science Building. In the planetarium, those viewing the show will recline and see the show displayed above them on the planetarium screens. Season of Light explores the past of different religious holiday celebrations and their historical and cultural origins. The story also discusses several holiday celebrations still celebrated today, such as mistletoe and Yule logs. Tarleton student Shelby Freyu, who is helping work the show her second year, said the show is fun and puts people in the Christmas spirit. Season of Light's final showing is tonight at 7, and it is important to arrive early as there are only 56 seats in the theater. Admission is free to anyone wanting to attend. In sports news, 1 month has passed since the Texan volleyball team made their 4th appearance at the Lone Star Conference Championship Tournament, and after losing 4 seniors, they have wasted no time in preparing for the 2014 season. Texan head coach Mary Schindler announced the addition of 4 new players to their 2014 roster: Kenya Alexander, Haley Roberts, Emily Medlin, and Chandler Gow. Alexander is a transfer student originally from Fort Hood and is ranked top 10 in blockers at the junior college level. Roberts, Medlin, and Gow are all high school and club player standouts. Schindler is excited to see what the next year brings with the addition of these new girls. The Texans will return to the court fall 2014. Today's weather forecast from the Weather Channel is overcast with a high of 50 and a low of 35, with a chance of 60% chance of precipitation throughout the day. This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news, as well as all of your entertainment and sports news. Today's broadcast was produced by Kelly Jo Cummings and Bethany Kyle. I am Ashley Husbands. Have a wonderful day, Tarleton Texans.